So we are jumping into our next game. Jumping into a PvP. Shout out to Arjsk8ter in the chat. Gab, I mean, it's been a while. It's been a while. Good to see you. Good to see you. Spawning in the bottom right corner. We have the American Protoss player. We have the other player. We have the latter opponents. We have the red Protoss. It is TheFury. And spawning in the top right corner, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Arjsk8ter. When it comes to the previous game, again, GG, well played. Again, did a great job taking up as well. The early game was a little bit shaky when it comes to expanding, when it comes to getting a secure 3-base economy as well. Likewise, unfortunately, didn't necessarily have the best vision to necessarily be determined as to how aggressive you can be and what buildings or what bases you can punish as well. But overall, GG. GG, Zartanus, GG. So we're settling in. We're settling into a Protoss versus Protoss. But Rex, I messaged you on Discord. Esther Rex. It's catching up in the chat. I feel like sitting on C3, 5cc while on 2 bases kind of hurt Philosopher. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's very true. Very true. It hurt a little bit. As we are going to be opening up, we have a gate cyber opener out of Arjsk8ter. Okay. Interesting. We have a more standard opener out of TheFury, going for a 2-gate opener back at home. So 2-gate opener into an expansion or into tech. But Arjsk8ter is being a little bit greedy here. I say greedy, this does look like you have a faster expansion. Okay, so very greedy build by Arjsk8ter. Gate into Cybercore into Nexus. Even MaxMax doesn't do this, so a very greedy start in PvP. Now, this does prompt his opponent. TheFury does come in for a scout. TheFury should notice the missing second gateway, goes to the pylon in the main base, and if TheFury does confirm this Nexus, TheFury can respond with a 1-base all-in. Oh, nice scout. Arjsk8ter does check the main, does deny the pylon. TheFury pulls away, confirms the tech. It's going to be a Stargate opener, but doesn't check the natural. And back at home, has yet to expand. Okay, let's go. Let us go. So again, a very greedy build here by Arjsk8ter. With that, they're going to be taking an economic lead. We have TheFury going for a much later expansion. He does not respond with a 1-base all-in. TheFury didn't really confirm the timing of the Nexus, so TheFury is playing a little bit blind here and is falling behind economically. Right now, the pressure is going to be on TheFury to get economic damage done on Arjsk8ter. Speaking of economic damage, with the Stargate opener, we should be opening up with an Oracle. The Oracle can move out across the map, can wreak havoc, and can cripple TheFury. Can cripple. Also, give replay. So let's do move out. Meanwhile, it's not. Oh, okay. It's going to be a Void Ray opener out of Arjsk8ter instead. Interesting choice. Double Adept do get into the middle line. 2 Adepts taking 1-shot probes. Probes going to be going down. Where is the ground army here, as we have been skipping some units? Yeah, Arjsk8ter is going to be punished. Does have 1 Stalker in the main base. Probes going to be going down. Nice target firing here out of TheFury. And a really rough setup here from Arjsk8ter. As Warp Gate was delayed. Again, no Oracle. With that, 7 probes go down, and even though TheFury had a later Nexus, suddenly TheFury has the better economy. He's up to 27 workers. So Arjsk8ter did kind of fumble the defense here. I would say had a stronger opener, but alas, wasn't able to maintain that lead. Behind this, trying to wall up. Get into his own 3-gate follow-up. Forge on the way as well. And we have TheFury taking up into Blink. So we have faster Blink out of TheFury. We'll be getting into Blink Stalkers in the mid-game. Arjsk8ter stuck at home. From here, we have a couple of options. Now, first things first, because of the Stargate opener, Arjsk8ter should be aware that he's going to be behind when it comes to blink and any kind of gateway composition. Because of that, a lot of pro players from this position would actually go robo, and they'd go into immortal production, and they'd go into like glaives or charge, skip blink, and go into like a 2-base or 3-base all in, with like massive immortal glaive adept or massive immortal charge. Here we have the upgrade lead here from Arjsk8ter. I am concerned that Arjsk8ter might just play from behind and go into like a later blink timing or something, but we'll see, as we do have a robo follow-up. Okay, already I'm appreciating this. So +1, robo, I'm hoping for immortal production. Void Ray is on the way. I mean, because robo is late, the Void Ray does make sense. Void Rays are just very defensive. They're very defensive here in PvP. It is blind. We do have limited vision. This is where scouting and just scouting in general here would help Arjsk8ter quite a bit with knowing what he needs to make. So let's get an adept. Shade is denied. He moves out with the observer. And behind this, blink is about to finish. Getting into blink, now getting into charge, so a mass gateway composition by TheFury. Arjsk8ter, yeah, is going for a much later Twilight Council. There's the immortal production. Again, from here, I would not be opposed to something like glaives or like charge and just skipping blink, but we'll see what Arjsk8ter does embrace. Just now trying to resaturate on 2 bases. At this point, now TheFury, he should be taking a third. TheFury has blink, has map control currently, has vision everywhere. TheFury should be getting a greater economy here to supplement the greater army that Arjsk8ter is going to be building up with like mass immortal. Instead, we have more gateways. So the lack of third base is going to be hurting TheFury, where they should have like a greater economy. And it looks like they're now going for the third, but it's going to be a very late third base for TheFury. It will at least be on the way. As we're settling in, yo, shout out to Tallymo in the chat. Baby God, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tallymo. Do appreciate it. Aye. To the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. Do appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the casting. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the StarCraft. Thank you, Papi. Thank you. Catching up in the chat. Remember, I'm also a Zerg player. Please remember plats. I mean, there's no reason not to get some nice feedback. I would assume. What do you mean? What are you talking about? As now we have a third base on the way. Third base is being taken from both players. Again, some later third expansions, and TheFury definitely could have gone a little bit faster just because of that map control. But we are now building up into the mid game. Here we go. As we are going to be thankfully skipping blink and going straight into charge. So charge into immortal production. Like, the army composition here does make plenty of sense. Does make sense. +1 air attack? Okay, this less so. What are we... God damn it. We have +1 air attack on the way, and we're not stopping Void Ray production. So for those that are curious, Void Rays, they have their place in the in the early game. Void Rays are like an alternative to Immortals. If you know that you're being all in, and if you're in danger, then Void Rays, they have their place. But as the game scales in PvP, Void Rays, they fall off. Like, Void Rays, they don't scale into the mid game or into the late game. So the continued Void Ray production feels like really scared play here by Arjsk8ter. As he's still continuing Void Rays. God damn. TheFury. Meanwhile, TheFury is going double robo. Okay. Double robo into Immortals. Again, just really scared play as well. Cannon, shield batteries. This is where, like, TheFury has less of a reason to be concerned. TheFury has an observer seeing everything. Like, he sees everything that Arjsk8ter is doing. Despite that, is unfortunately missing like probe cycles and is fortifying and defending really hard here with cannons and shield batteries. This is kind of like a waste of resources and yeah, a bit of a misread here from TheFury. Oh, does get the Observer. Nice catch. Observer goes down. And TheFury is also going into his own massive model. Double robot production, double immortals at a time, double upgrades as well. TheFury did see the high void rate count, so we should be seeing a bigger commitment here into Stalkers to reinforce. I would hope to see. So here we're just going to be expanding, saturating. No major tech transitions yet. And there's been no major move-outs either. Like, both players have just been chilling back at home, slowly building up, playing very scared as well. Arjsk8ter going to be the first to push. When it comes to the defensive setup here, I would say that TheFury has enough to defend, but we'll see how he responds. Void Ray is going to be the first to go down. Again, as we mentioned, like, Void Rays don't really scale well, and they should all fall. I say that 3 Void Rays do survive. A bit of an awkward angle here for TheFury. Here's an awkward angle. As behind this, TheFury slipping into the natural, not bad. Getting into the mineral line. TheFury bust in, probe's going to be going down. Arjsk8ter, does he turn around? Ideally, we'd have a defensive warp in here, as he does pull away. Your Stalkers to reinforce back at home. Upon seeing the lack of any Archons or lack of any splash damage, that's where Zealot reinforcements are ideal. There's a reason why, like, typically Protoss armies that scale from Charge Out into Charge Out Archon to help deal with that, as Immortal Stalker has a very hard time dealing with Zealots. For now, we're just sticking with the same compositions. Void Rays get targeted. There's one Void Ray left. That's still a lot of Immortals here from TheFury, but so many of them just not attacking. Yeah, so many Immortals just wasted DPS here from TheFury as they're caught in the back line. Despite that, does break through. Here come those Zealots. Zealots do move in. Immortals getting caught out. Again, Zealots just do a great job of just tanking shots. And we should be able to get on top of that final Immortal. Yeah, one Immortal left. Just barely one. And the Immortal should be going down. We know there's reinforcements. Where's the warp in? Where's the warp in? We need those Zealots. As Arjsk8ter, he's barely pushing through. Where's the... I mean, even without the warp in, it doesn't matter. Without the warp in, it doesn't matter. He breaks through that defensive line. The cannons, they don't help. They're just a little bit too far away. Immortal goes down. And Arjsk8ter does break through. Wait, where are we warping in? What just happened? He does push through. At least attempts to. From here with these with the warp in, it looks like Arjsk8ter, he doesn't reinforce, not able to reinforce, back at home. He has been warping in. So TheFury holds. TheFury does hold on. A pretty close attack here, and again, Arjsk8ter, he almost completely killed TheFury, but barely does run out of steam. Go basically up and running, but there's no saturation, not yet. The game continues. Let's go. This would be the moment where TheFury has a counterattack. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a prism. He does not have a warp prism, so he cannot reinforce. So that most likely is going to be slowing him down. Behind this, making more Immortals. So TheFury does have the opportunity to counterattack, has a much larger army. But it's stuck at home. It's stuck at home, doesn't move out. This is giving Arjsk8ter the opportunity to actually saturate the goal base and to recover. How many gateways do we have? 6. Oh, okay, that's most likely why we were, yeah, it wasn't quite helping here. The gateway count is really low. At this point, we want to get up to 8, up to 10, maybe even gateways, especially once the goal base gets up and running. So the gateway count is really low here for Arjsk8ter, so he has limited warp-ins. Only 6 at a time. So low gate counts. This means that it's just difficult here for Arjsk8ter to spend his money. Everybody's stuck at home. We're gonna just recover. We're just gonna calm down, get a 4th base, max out. Let's go, let's go. That's SkyToss on the way. You know, despite not having the best production setup here, Arjsk8ter, he's teching, right? He's teching up, getting into a fleet beacon, a Stargate. From here, we have options. I would say either getting into Tempest or Carrier. Once again, as we mentioned previously, Void Rays didn't really scale well, and the Void Rays that weren't really a major factor in that fight earlier. As you saw, they were the first things to die. So I'm not too fond of the idea of spending resources on Void Rays again. Preparing for like either Tempest or Carrier would be ideal. That is like the ideal late game in PvP. Specifically Tempest. Carriers, they're good if your opponent doesn't have SkyToss. But if your opponent does have SkyToss, then it's like Tempest versus Tempest, right? So we can head in either direction. I'm hoping this isn't like Flux Veins and Mass Void Ray. That's what that's what I'm hoping that this isn't. Oh no. So I'm a little bit concerned coming into this. A little bit. Let's go! Tempest on the way! Beautiful. We're getting there. Tempests are on the way. Making one at a time. Meanwhile, the Fury double expands. He double expands. A little bit of both. Yeah, Tempest Carrier. I mean, regardless, like, this is still a better setup. When it comes to our economies, we're getting fully saturated, taking our gases. We're still lacking gas, as you can see. As we don't have any gas saturation here at the natural, no gases or lack of gas saturation here at the 4th base as well. Yeah, lack of gas here in the main, so that's why there's a disparity when it comes to the economy. There's like an abundance of minerals and barely any gas. So the economy is a little bit lackluster for Arjsk8ter, so he can't fully make use of his production. Take your gases, Papi, take your gases. So Arjsk8ter is being active. Here we go. As we are building up. When it comes to the Fury, this is where, as the opposing Protoss, oh Jesus, this is where, as the opposing Protoss player is still like committed, mass committed here to Stalker Immortal, which isn't bad, but if he was aware of what was happening, this is where things get a little bit scary for the Fury, where he also needs to tech up. I mean, Arjsk8ter, he hasn't hit critical mass of SkyToss yet, thankfully. Tempests are building up. Again, the Fury still has no idea. He, actually, never mind. I say he has no idea. He sees. The Observer, he sees the Tempest. He sees, man. He knows. We need our own SkyToss. Por favor. I mean, technically, you can go mass Blink Stalker, and you can try to, like, overrun this, but it is very risky. It's very risky trying to rely on just mass Blink Stalker to bring this down. Again, if he didn't notice with the Observer, he sees with a Stalker, he sees a Tempest. And we're going for the Dark Shrine. Ideally, we want to see, like, our own Stargates, our own Fleet Beacon, our own setup into SkyToss as well. But he's sticking to the ground. He's afraid of heights. I don't blame him. That's fair. So he doesn't take to the skies. Keeps his feet on the ground. Okay, let's see if we can pull it off. Again, it is possible. It is possible to pull this off with like a mass stalker army. If you can catch Arjsk8ter out of position. True. But Arjsk8ter does move out. Does break through. Takes down the expansion. Does bring down the Nexus. The Fury responds. Gonna rotate over. Does try to rotate. So far, Massive Tempest Volley is going to be going off. Catching out some of the Stalkers. Not bad. Rough move command as well. Yeah, it does move command in. We'll take down the first Tempest. The Tempest, they do have to kite back here as he does target down the carriers. Yeah, and he will lose everything. Everything just goes down. Tries to target the carriers, and Arjsk8ter snowballs out of control. He breaks through the main army. Would you have a warp in across the map? But hopefully Arjsk8ter just commits. Send it, Bobby. Look. Oh no. As he does break through. Takes down the main army. Keep going. Send. Oh, there's no detection. Uh-oh. Do we have an observer? There is one observer. Keep going. Where are we? I know. As Arjsk8ter does turn back around, but we can just commit. There's nothing stopping you. Oh no. Yo, I can't wait for the Fury to say, where did the Tempests come from? Like, he's like, what happened? Why are there suddenly Tempests? What do you mean? You saw them like 10 minutes ago. God damn it. Oh no. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Man, just to emphasize, like, especially like once we get into something like Skytoss, like typically it is heavily required for the opposing player to get there as well. Or again, as you mentioned, like you can go into like Mass Stalker and you can try to like get a surround or flank or come in from behind and maybe like pick up like a Tempest at a time. But like in a head-on fight, it is difficult. It's very difficult just because they gain so much value. As we are going for a DT counterattack. It's true. Who could have seen the Tempest coming? Who could have seen him coming? True. It's crazy. I couldn't see them coming. As ECs, they do get the expansion. They do get the expansion. Arjsk8ter moving in. I mean, hey, the DTs, they're getting damage done. True. They're getting a couple of aces. Next eye falling. Arjsk8ter, this one we can just A-move in. We can just go for the elimination. We can just kill every building. We can just send it. But Arjsk8ter, he might be thinking about recalling. Because that is going to be 2 bases going down. What's the plan? Where are we headed? Is he typing an essay? Is that what's happening? Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. We're going for the base trade. Now okay, I was gonna say, is there a probe top left? Not quite. So there's no workers out on the map. There are 3 probes left. They're all in the main base. So Arjsk8ter should not lose this base trade, as there's only these buildings in the main. There's an observer, there's a couple of DTs, there's a couple of stray units. Ah, no. Smurge. Unfortunately, the Fury, to like add to what's being said, the Fury, he never saw the gold. If you remember when he was harassing, when he was killing probes, he never saw the gold base until later. So the gold base also allowed Arjsk8ter to recover. But Arjsk8ter did have the better fights, the better engage, the better tech. Smurge back, Smurge. Technically, the TheFury did have some better upgrades with GG. GG, well played. Arjsk8ter does take the game. Does take down the TheFury. GG, Pappy, GG. Well played. It was chaotic. You did well, Pappy, you did well. Just catching up in the chat. Just catching up. But again, thank you so much, Tally. Thank you. What league is this game? Around Platinum. I think Arjsk8ter explains Platinum 2 to 3. Yeah. I don't know how I won. No, you teched up, Pappy. You did well. Actually, similarly to Arjsk8ter, right? If you remember, Arjsk8ter also was able to like get a greater economy, max out, take up to ultras. Opponent failed to do so. Similar here as well. Mass Oracle incoming. I'm just glad we didn't commit into Mass Void Ray. Okay, I'm happy about that. I'm happy. Thank you, Arjsk8ter. Thank you. GG. The TheFury in utter disbelief. Ah. The mental was broken. But GG, well played. And yeah, as Arjsk8ter was saying, is a Zerg player main. Off racing is Protoss. GG. Also, we did have another replay redeemed by Rex. Rex redeemed another replay. But I just messaged Rex. He's a Taiwanese Zerg pro player. Rex is even going to star as Zagora, by the way. But Rex, he just messaged me. He's saying he'll give me the replay next time. He's at the gym. So take care, Rex. Take care if you're listening at the gym. Hope you're getting swole. Look after yourselves. And good luck at Star Zagora. Good luck. I'll be cheering for you. We'll be cheering for you at Star Zagora. GG. So we'll be watching Rex's game another day. We go. But with that, we are going to be wrapping up. That does conclude our viewer replay cast. We just had 2 viewer replays, and I guess Rex's future viewer replay as well. We'll get there. As he's busy at the gym. Oh. Hold on. As I do have to send replays to Chicken Man. I don't know if he's still awake. Okay, so 72. Hold on, I'll very quickly send the replays to Chicken Man. But I did want to touch on something while we had the chance here. Un momento. Of course, we're going to be live in 2 hours, in like 2.5 hours time. Or in a couple of hours, we're going to be live. Yeah, 2.5 hours, we're going to be live with our next tournament with Duckling Open. I actually need some time to get that ready, so we will have some downtime here on the stream. So in 2.5 hours, we're going to be live with Duckling Open. That actually is an amateur event for bronze to diamond players. We could even see players like Arjsk8ter, players like Arjsk8ter compete in that tournament as well, and many others. There is an MMR limit, so that's going to be later on this evening, so do tune in if you're interested. Otherwise,